Chapter 213, PL 1975, I hereby state that adequate notice of this regular meeting has been provided to the public by written notice dated May 12, 2016. The meeting notice has been posted on bulletin boards located inside school buildings and at the Board of Ed office, communicated to at least one of the designated board newspapers, filed with the Borough Clerk of Palisades Park. We have minute approval. Just get a little bit organized. Hold on one second. We have September 14th special meeting, which was emailed on January 9th. And we also have December 14th, which was emailed on January 5th with an amendment on January 9th. Do I hear a motion?
I make the motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Maria Alvarez.
Yes.
Let's see, let me skip everybody here. Kylie Ryan.
I abstained from the September 14th as I wasn't here, and yes for December 6th.
Jason Kim.
Yes.
Paul Kim.
Yes.
John Madison.
Yes.
Anthony Rotundo.
Yes.
Jeffrey Wolf.
I also was not there for the September 14th, so no, abstain for that,
Abstain.
and yes for December 16th.
Okay, thank you.
Report of the President. I would like to express the Board of Education's sincere thanks to the Korean Consulate for a $10,000 donation to help with the Korean language classes and the program. So thank you very much for that very generous donation. Report of the Superintendent.
Yes, I have a few things for this evening. First, I would like to compliment, commend, and congratulate the students, faculty, and staff of the Palisades Park Board of Education. The niche rankings came out last week. We are in the top 100. Again, it's a testament to the hard work of the district. Everyone should be applauded. Everyone should be proud. We are continuing to show great promise in our work. Second, in conjunction with the Department of Education, State Police, Bergen County Prosecutor's Office, and Palisades Park Police, last week I had a safety and security meeting, and it was very productive to talk about some of our areas of deficiency with regard to planning and preparation. We have to be proactive in our measures constantly. We have to stay a step ahead. I also have a recommendation under finance tonight for the board to consider regarding a private security agency to provide one person at each of our schools, where every visitor will be checking in and checking out of at the main entrance. I think it really goes a long way to be ahead, God willing, of any potential crises that can affect our children and our schools. So I would really ask the board to consider that. Also, a few months ago I presented the district HIB scores, the harassment, intimidation, and bullying. I said a few months ago we had to do a self-assessment. Those were the highest scores we have achieved since harassment, intimidation, and bullying became part of our work. I will tell you that the state concurred with our findings, and they are the highest we've ever had. So again, I congratulate everyone for their hard work there. On Friday, members of the Board of Education, Mr. Rotundo was present for two reasons. Both Palisades Park administrators, central office staff attended a CUSAC training at the county office. For those of you that do not know, we are being evaluated this year in accordance with this Department of Ed and county government bylaws. We have been granted a waiver. We are not being CUSAC in all 5 areas, which is a great sign of improvement. We will be reviewed in 2 major areas, that of fiscal and instruction and programming. We are working thoroughly to make sure that we are catching up in any areas of concern. That meeting with the county officials will be late February. We continue to, again, work towards our goals and meeting them. And finally, I will tell you that this was the 3rd annual Young Alumni Panel held at Palisades Park Junior Senior High School last week, different from the first 2 years when the attendance was very minimal we decided to host it during the day with the junior class. We were fortunate to bring a student back from Princeton, a student from Boston University, and a child graduate of ours from American University to speak to the junior class. I think sometimes we become a little bit too old for the children to listen to. So their peers, their classmates are someone that they respect, look up to, and it's really just a big adjustment and a huge success. Mr. Bott deserves a lot of recognition for beginning that 3 years ago, and it's a program that's up and running. I also need one resolution regarding a corrective action plan during new business, please. The corrective action plan showed an area that we did not meet a participation rate with regard to the Elementary and Secondary Ed Act, which is an area of special needs in mathematics at Lindbergh Elementary School. There is a resolution for that needed in new business, please.
Well, I have it as a report of the superintendent.
If we can do that, I'm okay with it.
Just talk about the budget real quick with the CUSAC.
Sure. Go ahead, you can jump in, Paul.
Just as part of the CUSAC process, under the finance area, fiscal area, the superintendent and I have been discussing, the budget for the 17-18 school year. I've been meeting with the principals and supervisors, and Dr. Cyril and I, he's set up meetings for sometime next week or the week after, that we'll be meeting with them for the budget process. So we're just giving you an update. State software has just, the first part of it has just been downloaded to the state website, so I'll be uploading that. And right now, the budget's due, if I'm not mistaken, March 9th to the county office.
Thank you.
Might as well.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Roll call?
Maria?
Yes.
Alvarez. Connie Wang?
Yes.
Jason Kim?
Yes.
Paul Kim?
Yes.
John Madison?
Yes.
Anthony Rotundo?
Yes.
Jeffrey Bell?
Yes.
Thank you.
Report of the committee, Mr. Madison, Finance.
Before you, you have 12 resolutions. I reviewed them this afternoon, and I move on the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Maria Alvarez?
Yes.
Connie Wang?
Yes.
Jason Kim?
Yes.
Paul Kim?
Yes.
John Madison?
Yes.
Anthony Rotundo?
Yes.
Jeffrey Bell?
Yes.
Buildings and grounds, Mr. Donovan's not here, Mr. Rotundo?
Before you have one resolution, it's for a recommendation for the Little League to utilize the high school gym, and also permission in order to post registration information on the Lindbergh School fence from the months of January to March.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Maria Alvarez?
Yes.
Connie Wang?
Yes.
Jason Kim?
Yes.
Paul Kim?
Yes.
John Madison?
Yes.
Anthony Rotundo?
Yes.
Jeffrey Bell?
Yes.
Personnel, Mr. Wu?
Yes, before you are, I believe nine resolutions that I reviewed. I make a motion that we move on all nine.
Second is,
Any discussion?
On number 4, first I would like to congratulate Dr. Vasquez for becoming director now. Just wondering, is there a monetary change that goes along with the change in director?
No change in salary.
All right, cool. Congratulations early on. More
Job
responsibilities.
description, change in
Titles.
job description. Okay.
Any further discussion? Roll call?
Maria Alvarez?
Yes.
Connie Wang?
Yes.
Jason Kim?
Yes.
Paul Kim?
Yes.
John Madison?
Yes.
Anthony Rotundo?
Yes.
Jeffrey Bell?
Yes.
Curriculum, Mr. Jason Kim?
Before you, we have one resolution about differentiation and accommodation and modification to the district curriculum in order to assist and support our students. I need a motion to pass this.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Mr. Kim, can you further explain what this means?
Well, when I discussed with the superintendent about this, by having this one, we will be proactive about the incoming QSEC programs. So that's why we are making the resolution.
And what does it entail?
It's about the helping out not only regular students but also to equally with support with the gifted and talented students, and as well as disability students, all equally.
Anything further? Roll call?
Maria Alvarez.
Yes.
Connie Wang.
Yes.
Jason Kim.
Yes.
Paul Kim.
Yes.
John Madison.
Yes.
Anthony Rotundo.
Yes.
Jeffrey Wolf.
Yes.
Negotiations, Mr. Polkham?
Yes, we had a Teamsters meeting on January 9th. And also we have a scheduled meeting with the teachers union on February 9th. As of now, both parties are in negotiations. Thank you.
Policy, Mr. Rotundo?
Before you, there are two resolutions. The first is on the second reading on policy 5118.2, which is on foster care and educational stability. The second is the first reading of several policies, including the gender and identity expression policy, which we've been talking about for a little bit. We're doing the first reading this meeting. The conduct and discipline, the married and pregnant students policy, and finally, the missing, abused, and neglected children policy. Just so you guys know, there are copies out there. A lot of what has changed in the first readings, except for the gender identity, are just act names have changed acronyms. So we have to reapprove the policy.
Can I hear a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Roll call?
Maria Alvarez.
Yes.
Connie Wang.
Yes.
Jason Kim.
Yes.
Paul Kim.
Yes.
John Madison.
Yes.
Anthony Rotundo.
Yes.
Jeffrey Wolf.
Yes.
PTA, PCSA, student activities, Ms. Wang?
There are 3 resolutions regarding field trips. I make a motion to move on all 3.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Maria Alvarez.
Yes.
Connie Wang.
Yes.
Jason Kim.
Yes.
Paul Kim.
Yes.
John Madison.
Yes.
Anthony Rotundo.
Yes.
Jeffrey Wolf.
Yes.
Calendar and rules, Ms. Wang?
Nothing to report at this time.
Okay. New Jersey School Board Liaison, Mr. Bruno is not here. Anyone want to take that? I don't think we have anything to report. Any old business? New business? Audience participation, I think, wait, we have to open, close, and open for
I'll make
audience
a motion to
participation.
open audience participation.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Audience participation? Yes.
Jane Martin, I just have a question regarding the, what you were talking about having security guards at the door.
Yep.
Am I correct that they're going to be specifically manned at the door? They're not doing anything else within the school district? That's what their job is, to make sure who goes in, that they're properly identified, and that they're allowed into our building, correct?
So publicly, I will tell you something that I've brought to the board's attention for some time. There will be 3 uniformed officers, most likely retired from corrections or sheriff, through this private company, providing services to us as a district, manning the main entrance doors where there's only one entrance for visitors at all times during the school day. With that being said, I've also asked that, and we've invested in a lobby guard system, which is a sticker system. When and if you enter the building, you give your ID. Your driver's license will print out a sticker with your identification. If you do not have proper identification, they can manually put you in a system, a photo will be taken, your whereabouts will be known when you are in the building. Is it gonna take a little bit of time to get accustomed to? Yes. Is it gonna be a safety relief? Absolutely, especially considering some of our buildings. You gain entrance through that main door and get buzzed in, you more or less can have free reins. I think the board should really be proud of approving that tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Kathy Doheny, co-president of the PPA. I totally agree. Every school that I visit has somebody at the door, and they're sliding their driver's license or however they're doing it, so I think we should do it as well. I want to thank Dr. Cirillo for sending that letter to us congratulating us on being in the top 100. So hopefully, I totally agree with him. We have a great staff and good teachers, and I'm hoping that this board is ready to come to the negotiating table and settle in when we go to this meeting in February, because otherwise, we're going to be going into the next school year because time passes. Who thought it would be February already and we're not even settled? So hopefully, we're going to get this finished in February, because we are ready. And we hope you are too.
Yes.
I have a question about negotiations also between the Teamsters. There was a meeting set up for last Monday. Now, we were told by the Teamsters that the board canceled it. He gave an offer and canceled the meeting. I'd like to know what the thinking was with that.
Well, excuse me, could you reiterate that? We had a, we gave you an offer?
We were supposed to have a meeting at 5 o'clock on Monday the 9th with the Teamsters Union, the lawyer, yourself, and whoever else was on your committee, with us, the negotiating team for the Teamsters.
Was agreed?
It was canceled. Well, I received an email from my representative at 2 o'clock to meet them because the meeting was canceled by the union, by the school district. They gave an offer to the union, and I believe you received some paperwork from them that now we are in an impasse because of it. We are going to be filing.
I think the both representing attorneys decided that we're not gonna go forward with the deal.
Well, why was the meeting, why was there no meeting? Like I
Well,
said.
we can't disclose a meeting over here, the details of it.
Oh, I don't want to know what the details are, but I just want to know the thinking of, at 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon of the day of the meeting, you come up with the idea of, okay, let's just throw them an offer, let's just put it this way, and not have a meeting. Let's not discuss it anymore.
Just for the record, can you identify yourself?
My name is
before-
Joseph Spilava.
Just for the record.
I believe it was the agreement between, like I said, both parties, both attorneys, to not to have, go forward with the meeting. So unfortunately, our board attorney, Richard Rivero, just went through surgery. He's not representing himself, he's not representing us. So maybe you could ask that question again next month when he comes.
We've been waiting a year to ask questions. And it's been really an amazing thing. Now with this, we've just been.
Again, we cannot disclose.
That's fine. I'm not gonna discuss that. I'm not gonna discuss the meeting.
So I cannot.
Oh, that's fine. My question is then, now we have all of the 40-hour custodians that were just brought up to 40 hours a year ago are going back to 35 hours. How is that coverage going to affect the school system then? I guess I'm gonna have to ask that from Dr. Cirillo. Because now you don't have enough real coverage to cover the school system. Today, I believe the one custodian left at 2 o'clock or 2:30, something like that, from Lindbergh School, and the other man doesn't come in till 3 or 3:30. This is a winter season, we have to have boilers running. What are we doing about that? I'm the guy that gotta fix everything when it breaks down after that. That's why I'm questioning this. Any answers or any questions or any?
Sure, there are
Any
answers.
ideas?
I think you know as well as anyone, Joe, because you do it often. You can come into my office at any time,
I do.
publicly. You
I
can
do,
try
as you
to
know.
embarrass me.
As you know, I do.
Joe, publicly, you can try to embarrass me, but I
I'm
think,
not trying to embarrass you.
well, you're putting me on the spot with a question that you see me all day and every day, and you can talk to me about at any
I
time.
just found out about this today, when I was told
I
that.
think if I'm being advised by a representative of the Teamsters that the employees must return, not the original, you and someone else, return them to their 35-hour work week, I will do as I'm told by their representation.
Oh, that was because they weren't being paid for the 40 hours.
Again, I'm a neutral. I'm being told to put them
Trying
back to
to be
35
neutral also.
hours, and that's what I do.
That doesn't affect me, I'm a 40-hour employee, but.
Correct.
I question that I went out of my way to be available. Everybody did. This is all done at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, we've been trying for a year to get negotiations going. We've had, in 1 year, I think, 3 meetings, maybe 4, and the entire summer passed with nothing. Can we get this taken care of? The reason is, it's been almost 10 years for me since I've had a raise from this board. At this point, I guess for free, I cannot work anymore. So I am your IPM coordinator. I'm giving you notice right now that I will not answer any more calls for that. I do not want to do it anymore, being that I'm not being compensated. Everybody gets raises. I haven't had a raise in almost 10 years. Been promised a raise every year for 10 years from 2 different administrators that, don't worry, Joe, we'll take care of it. Don't worry, Joe, we'll take care of it. CEFM license for the last 12 years, since Carmine Verdicchio has left, I have been doing all the major ordering, everything besides being a maintenance man, doing everything I can for the district. And I love doing things for the district. But I'm feeling that I'm being neglected. The rest of the men working are being neglected. People do deserve a pat on the back and say, Joe, yeah, Joe, or Kenny, or any of the other guys. Good work. Thank you very much. But this is just giving us a slap in the face. I don't like getting slapped. You know, as you know, I do anything you ever ask of me, even if it's not in my job description. Like I say, I give you all the information I can as a CEFM, but with no compensation for 12 years since this school has been built. Carmine Verdicchio left right when this building was put up, and that was the last time we had a legal CEFM that we're supposed to, by state law, have in this school system. I've never been hired for the job, but I used to help out as much as I can. Not to embarrass anybody, not to do nothing, but just to tell you, I don't like when people don't respect me. That's all there is to it. And I think I deserve the respect. Dr. Hayes, I was there for him whenever he needed, any time of the day. I still am there for the school. I'm the guy that gets woken up at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning for any calls from police. If for any reason my phone doesn't work, the police come and knock on my door and wake up my entire house to get me out to go do what's at the school. And I go without even a question. And like I say, to be disrespected, all I can do is say, I'm disrespecting you right now.
Joe, before you go, you made one public comment that concerns me. So if you no
Yes.
longer want to be the IPM coordinator,
I do not.
you would have to resign and we would have to post the position.
You appointed me, you just can take me off. I never signed any paperwork or said, you've asked me to do it, I did it. I won't no more.
Okay.
That's
I
it.
would take that as a resignation.
Oh, it's not a resignation, I didn't get paid for it anyway, so it was just, I did.
But you refuse to do that work anymore?
Pardon me?
You refuse to do that work?
I refuse to be the person in charge of it. If you want me to go chase a rat out of a school, I'll do whatever you want to do, but I will not be the person that's going to be dealing with the county and the state on all of this stuff.
No problem. Thank you.
Anything further? Can we close audience participation?
I'll make a motion to close audience participation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We need to go into closed session and action will be
Formal action
taken.
will be taken regarding a bullying case. Should not be long.
Just one case.
One case.